Shifting focus now, there's more breaking news that's coming in. Key Hindu activist barred from contesting polls. Now, Bangladesh EC rejects Gobinda Pramanik's nomination. Pramanik had sought to contest the polls as an independent candidate. Pramanik is a member of the Jatiyo Hindu Mahajat in Bangladesh. That's the organization in Bangladesh which he's a part of. And Pramanik has come out to say, BNP curtailed my nomination. So this is the nomination of a prominent Hindu activist in Bangladesh, which has been cancelled by the Election Commission right ahead of polls that's being organized in the country amid disruptions that have kept the nation on the edge. Amid rising concerns over the minority safety in Bangladesh, it's a prominent Hindu leader and lawyer who has also been barred from contesting the upcoming general elections, triggering allegations of political interference. Gobinda Chandra Pramanik, who's the General Secretary of the Hindu organization Jatiyo Hindu Mahajat, had filed his nomination as an independent candidate from the Gopalganj 3 constituency, that is the traditional seat of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for the February 12th elections. However, the Bangladesh Election Commission has rejected his nomination, citing invalid voter signatures. We have Anupam Mishra joining us on the broadcast. We have Ashutosh Mishra joining us on the broadcast with more details on this. Ashutosh, a very good afternoon to you. Let us understand what exactly is happening here. We see rising atrocities against Hindu community members in the country. We are now seeing a particular Hindu candidate being barred from contesting polls on grounds that his voter signatures are invalid. Where does the Hindu community stand in Bangladesh today? Their, let alone representation, basic right to life seems to be under threat for them in this country.
Well, in many parts, and from last September 2024, indeed, there have been a rise in the atrocities against the Hindu minorities. As far as this general election, 13th parliamentary election is concerned, there are a number of these Hindus who are contesting from different seats. In fact, this time it's a record-breaking numbers of the Hindu candidates contesting, mostly not from the political parties, but as an independent candidate, including the hardcore, radical-dominated Khulna seats, where there you have a maximum number of the Hindu candidates contesting as well. In this particular case, from this Gopalganj, as you rightly mentioned, has been conventional seat of former Prime Minister and Awami lead chairperson Sheikh Hasina. When this person filed a case, filed nomination on 28th of December. Remember, as an independent candidate, Bangladesh has certain conditions as per the Election Commission, where you have to submit signature of 1% of your electorate. So you have to manage to get 1% of the total population to sign a form for you. Only on that you can file a nomination. Gobinda Chandra Pramanik filed nomination, and that was the Election Commission went for the verification. That's also a secret. Now, Gobinda Chandra Pramanik, while speaking to India Today, says that despite it was all being secret, the verification process, the identity of the 1% electorate also remains secret. He is accusing that at behest of the BNP, this is what the Election Commission of Bangladesh is now trying to cut down the number of contestants to make sure BNP wins. At the same time, he also accuses that these are the BNP workers who somehow managed to get to those electorates who signed on behalf of him to verify, and they said, do not appear before Election Commission, or simply say that you did not sign on that ground. So that's all he making accusation, but at last, because of invalid signatures, failed to verify those signatures, the Election Commission of Bangladesh has quashed his nomination from Gopalganj 3. So there are these accusations coming from Gobinda Chandra Pramanik. And remember, he is one of the critical face who was critical to even Sheikh Hasina and even supported Dr. Yunu's government. The person has also been in controversy during the July uprising when he sided with Dr. Yunu's administration and even supported him. So many of the Hindu groups also maintained a distance from him. Where this person came, his nomination was cancelled, and that's exactly made a statement that Hindu minorities are not being allowed to contest in the election. But there is also on the other side, yes, there is a rise in atrocities, there is a rise in a mob lynching, there is a rise in a crime against a minority, particularly Hindus in Bangladesh. But at the same time, in the elections, number of Hindu contestants are in the fray as an independent candidate across the seats of Bangladesh. Shreya.
Right, Ashutosh, thank you for putting it into context for us. In fact, as we speak, we have Gobinda Pramanik joining us on the broadcast to speak to us and tell us his side of the story at this point. Mr. Pramanik, thank you for speaking to us on India Today. Firstly, I would want you to tell us what exactly went down. It seems like the Election Commission of Bangladesh has said that there are certain issues with regards to the voter signatures. They've said it's invalid, which is why they're not allowing your nomination. What do you have to say, and what is your side of the story?
Actually, independent candidates need 1% voter signature. I already submit 1% signature. But when the scrutiny election commission, but it is secret. Some journalists open the secret voters, and then they go the voter house, and they threaten there. If you agree if you agree the signature, we will. If you agree signature, you will go India, not stay this country. This type threatening, they tell we not give signatures, given signatures.
So you have to say that the signatures have all been submitted, but they still are saying that it's invalid. Mr. Pramanik, at this given point of time, while you have already been barred from contesting the polls, we're also seeing the kind of atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh. 4 people who've been mobbed, lynched, burnt alive. We see atrocities galore at this given point of time. What do you have to say? What is the state of Hindus in Bangladesh today? Because the government says that there is no problem. They're in complete denial.
No. Bangladesh Hindus problem is situation not good. It is very critical position.
It is in a bad position, you're saying?
Every day, everywhere, torture, neglected, and many type of problems here.
What problems? Can you just tell us what the situation is? Because the government constantly keeps saying that there are charges against people who are being mobbed and lynched. But is that the reality?
Yes, real.
I'll take a question. I'll take a response from you in Bengali because I want you to explain it in a little more depth. আপনি আমাদের একটা কথা বলুন, এই যে গভর্নমেন্ট এখন কনস্ট্যান্টলি বলছে যে যাদেরকে মারা হচ্ছে তারা কিছু না কিছু চার্জেস তাদের ওপর আছে, যে তারা কিছু না কিছু ক্রাইম কমিট করেছে, তাই জন্য তাদের লোকজন ধরে মেরে দিচ্ছে ওখানে। এটা কি সত্যি?
না, এটা সম্পূর্ণ মিথ্যা। এটা মানে মাইনরিটি পিপল, মানে হিন্দুরা আসলে এটা হিন্দু বিদ্বেষ মারাত্মকভাবে বেড়েছে। তারা নিরপরাধ লোক। আপনি জানেন যে গার্মেন্টস এর একজন কর্মী, সে নিরপরাধ, তাকে হত্যা করেছে। তারপরে এই 2 দিন আগেও একজন সিকিউরিটি ছেলে সিকিউরিটিতে চাকরি করতো, সে ফার্স্ট গুলি করে মেরেছে। একদিন আগেও আমাদের দক্ষিণাঞ্চলে একটা ছেলে, তাকে এইভাবে কুপিয়ে আহত করেছিল, গতকাল সে মারা গেছে। এইভাবে রেগুলার নানাভাবে নেগলেক্ট করা হচ্ছে বিভিন্ন ভাবে।
তো 4 জনের থেকে বেশি লোক মারা গেছে আপনি বলছেন?
হ্যাঁ।
So viewers, what he has to say is that it's not just the 4 cases that we have learnt of, but there are many more Hindus there who are being tortured. There are no charges against them. It is just atrocities against these very Hindus that we are seeing play out in Bangladesh. Mr. Pramanik, thank you so much for speaking to us on India Today. This is the condition that we are bringing to you right now. One Hindu candidate whose nomination has also been cancelled by the Election Commission in Bangladesh.